Welcome to the Killarney Kart Circuit in Cape Town for round one of the South African Rotax Max Challenge, proudly brought to you by Rotax and Ed Murray Racing.
What makes you come back?
I think just a pure passion and love for motorsport. Doing something that you enjoy, that's what makes you come back. And I'm fortunate, I've been able to make a career out of my hobby. So, petrol in the veins.
It's become extreme, but DD2 Masters must be one of the most competitive classes in South Africa.
Yeah, definitely.
And we know Morgado is not here, we know Wesley is not here, we know Piazza Musso. We can add world champions to this grid. Yeah. And that is what makes it so competitive.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic, and to have a class like that so that we can still race. We can't get to the weight of the younger guys. So absolutely fantastic. And as you said, the competition is so fierce. Just looking at going out there and having a nice race today.
And then you got a irritating 32-year-old from 3 weeks ago coming to join the class, Eugene Brits. Also making it more difficult.
No, the more competition, the better. When you win and you've got more competition, it's great. And then, when you don't win, it makes you fight harder. So I'm just looking forward to a fantastic season.
Nick, the first race in defending your titles.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I don't know what to say. Just another race day. Having fun. I'm so glad Michael's back. Eugene is up from the DD2s. Peter, he's looked like he was fast this morning. But looking forward to the race.
The first race, I suppose, after not racing, we were in Namibia together. That wasn't really racing. It was like a little Bambino circuit. But it's the first race. You've had some regionals and club races. But when you come to this step, it's a massive step up.
Yeah, 100%. Big step. Guys are chasing tents. You notice that the camaraderie gets put in the toolbox a little bit. But I think amongst the older guys, we're just having a jaw. That's what it's about, the fun.
Yeah, and then you've got some 40-year-olds who's sort of trying to be, competitive.
Michael's always going to be competitive. I think he was racing karts when he was in nappies already, so I think it's in his genes, in his blood. His bones are built for it, he can deal with it. I only started when I was 21, so he's got a lot more experience than I do.
Well, the plan is to go out and do the best we can. There's some very stiff competition out there. There's some really top guys who potentially can win the world finals. So it's probably one of the most competitive races we've got, certainly in South Africa at the moment, maybe potentially even the world. So, it's going to be a tough day today. So basically go out there, keep the kart in one piece, go as fast as I can and see what happens by the end of the day.
You seem to always pull a rabbit out of a hat here on your home circuit.
Yeah, I think the rabbits are already out at the moment. We'll see what happens to the rabbits a little bit later, but everything today is personal best all the way through. I think, I don't know where I've qualified, but my time now was what was the lap record, but 2 seconds later Michael Stevens just destroyed it. So these guys are really good, so we'll see how it goes. So it's going to be a very interesting day, definitely. Yeah.
Here we go. On the second row there, Jonathan Petersen warming up those tires. They're going to split the tram lines now. Look at them. The discipline is out the top order. Lights off and they go racing. Who's going to hit the whole shot? Michael Stevens or Nicholas Verheul? Connor Hughes sticks it into second. Connor out of nowhere just blitzes up into second place. And Petersen's in third. Michael Stevens leads out into turn number 2. Come on, folks. This is out of the top draw. Michael Stevens leads out. Right up behind him, Connor Hughes. Is it Connor or is it not Connor? Let's have a look. It's 188. It's Connor Hughes, local man. He has absolutely blossomed into a top-class DD2 master. He's the leader in Cape Town. He's lying second in the SA Nationals. Right up behind him, Jonathan Petersen. Peters is there. Nicholas Verheul's down in fourth. They crossed the line. They got 14 laps to go. Oh, and someone fans out, Verheul's up on the inside, but Petersen shuts the door in his face and Connor stays in second and Michael Stevens is getting away. Come on, folks. Oh, and getting through, Jonathan Petersen moves up into second place. Nicholas Verheul looking up on the inside, Connor Hughes. Connor Hughes keeps him honest. Well, they come out of turn number 4 down the back straight, down towards Cape Town corner. Jonathan Petersen lays into that green cart. Out front, world number 2 and South African multiple champion Michael Stevens Michael Stephen leads out Jonathan Peterson and Connor Hughes, Nicholas Verheul, Eugene Brits, Jared Jordan, Shane Foley, Marco Vigas, Andrew Thomas, Stephen Beaumont, Andre Steenkamp, Carlo Gill, Calvin Ferreira, Bear van Heerde, and maybe a few guys just not on it at the moment. Well, I need to get my breath back. Down towards Cape Town corner, Michael Stephen. Michael Stephen, rock solid. He's absolutely flying. What he knows about four wheels, I don't even know about myself. Look at him pedal in that blue and white outfit in the front. The 111 of Michael Stephen, Jonathan Pizzers, Nicholas Verheul. Behind Nicholas Verheul, it's the 199 of Eugene Brits. Where is Connor Hughes? Have we lost Connor? Has he got a problem? I didn't pick it up. No, Connor's gone out to 5. The big boys are stepping up to the plate, folks. Connor thought he had it going. He had a blinding start. But once these big guns find their straps, well, they just up the ante. They just turn the volume button up and they start going. There's only one man I don't see here, Mr. Magado. If we had Mr. Magado here, we would have been, it would have been better than Christmas. It would have been my birthday. I was making my birthday today, just to have a present. Michael Stephen leads out, Nicholas Verheul sits in second. Jonathan Peterson, Eugene Brits and Connor Hughes. That's your front 5 as they lead out down the back straight down towards Cape Town corner. Michael Stephen, the 111 card goes. Verheul's up behind him in the green suit. South African colours. Nicholas Verheul into golf club, rolls around. Stephen leads out, Verheul's creeping closer. Peterson staying in touch, so do Brits and Hughes. Up behind them, Jared Jordan. Behind Jared Jordan, it is the 135 of Shane Foley. Has Shane climbed the ladder? No, he's there with Marco Vigas. Well, Shane Foley's there. Andrew Thomas, Marco Vigas, twice in the charts. He's down in 9. Stephen Bowman, Carlo Gill, Andre Steenkamp. Behind Steenkamp, anyone there is Calvin, and Calvin's there. Calvin down in 13th. 13 cards, a few faller outers. Well, the faller outer there, I know I saw one of them come in, but Michael leads out of Boggs Bend. Nicholas Verheul, Jonathan Peterson, Eugene Brits, and Connor Hughes. Up behind Connor, Jared Jordan. Jared Jordan's been passed. I think Marco Vigas got past him. Up over the line. No. It's changed a lot. Michael Stephen, Nicholas Verheul, Jonathan Peterson, Eugene Brits, Connor Hughes, Shane Foley. Foley's up to 6th. Jared 7th. Andrew Thomas, Marco Vigas, Stephen Bowman, Carlo Gill, Andre Steenkamp, and Calvin Ferreira. That's how they lead up to the moment. Once again down towards Cape Town corner. It's Michael Stephen. He's and Verheul. Verheul and Peterson. Peterson goes to second down in golf club. They had a side by side and Peterson took the gap. And he's made it stick. Peterson second, Verheul third, and Connor Hughes fourth, followed by Eugene Brits. Woo! 7 laps of war to go. Look at that second batch of 4. Verheul's coming back at Peterson. And he's late on the brakes and he slides in and he block passes Peterson. Are you having me on? Connor Hughes says, if you can do it, I can do it too. Let me try. Just let me try. But Peterson's wise to win. He's done this before. This is not his first rodeo. The last corner down the back straight to go. Stevens down the road. Verheul looks over. Peterson looks over. Brits is there. So too is Hughes, Foley, Jordan, Steenkamp. They're all in there. Michael Stephen is a happy camper. He's got the sharp end of the field. Down to turn number 1 goes Michael Stephen. Nicholas Verheul. Jonathan Peterson. Oh, look at that second 4. They are absolutely murdering each other. Down into turn number 2 they go. Verheul goes defensive. Peterson closes up. Brits is through there on Hughes. Eugene Brits is through. He moves up to 4. Hughes down to 5. But in the meantime, Michael Stevens says, I'm going to Cape Town. Michael, get me a Coca-Cola while you're down there, bro. Can you stop and pick up a Coke at the corner cafe? Thank you. He says, no, I'm racing. Michael Stephen comes out of Boggs Bend in that lovely sort of white, blue and red helmet, that top of his, and he makes his way down towards Cape Town corner. Turn number 1 holds down on the northern part of the circuit. Wind behind him. Nicholas and Jonathan are having a touch there for 2 and 3. Up behind you, Eugene Brits and Connor Hughes are saying we're up right. Peters looks up on the inside. But look at Verheul. World knowledge. Keeps that door firmly shut key in the lock, locks the door, says, Jonathan, stay there. And Michael's saying, what are you on about? I'm going out to Cape Town. I'm there, into a golf club. Golf club, 5 laps to go. There's your master leader, going down towards turn number 1. It's going to be Michael Stephen past the kiosk. Jonathan Peters is up to second, and Brits and Verheul is down in 4th. What are you doing, golf club? I didn't miss that maneuver. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Great maneuver down into Cape Town corner. Coming into the 180 behind his slow mark with Michael Stephen. He doesn't want to upset his rhythm. Jonathan Bulls and Eugene Brits right up there behind him. Nicholas Veal, Connor Hughes. That battle for second has changed about 8 times. Michael Stephen there up on the inside of the slow marker, makes way down towards Cape Town corner. He has got 4 laps. 4 long laps. Go, Michael, go, is what they were saying. Yeah, Michael's teammate goes past. Here comes Michael Stephen. Coming past in the 130 cards, Bear Faniera. But Jonathan Peters, Eugene Brits, Nicholas Veal and Connor Hughes are having a fight. A slugfest for second place down into turn number 1. In they go, and around the outside goes Jonathan Peters. He moves up into second place with Eugene behind him. Nicholas Veal's having a look at Eugene, but Eugene goes defensive into the first of turn number 2 versus the 180s. They're all tight. They're all very tight. They're not affording each other at half an inch. In the meantime, down in Cape Town corner, Michael Stephen. It's getting boring. He's yawning behind his helmet. I lie. He's working hard. Michael Stephen comes out of box bend down towards the kiosk. Michael leads out past the kiosk. He hangs a left and a right towards the line. He's going to have 2 laps to go. 2 more laps to make it work. Michael Stephen. Who's going to be in second? Jonathan Peters, Eugene Brits, Nicholas Veal, Connor Hughes, Jared Jordan, Andrew Thomas, Shane Foley down in 8th. Marco Vigas in 9th. This is tiring work. Well, he's going to start his last lap very short. His teammate looks very short. Yes, here comes Michael Stephen towards Cape Town corner once again. Michael loud and proud on it into Golf Club. He hangs it around. Jonathan Peters in second, Eugene Brits in 4th, Nicholas Veal and Connor Hughes. Here comes Michael Stephen. He's going to get a last lap board. 1 more to go. Or does he get the flag? Is he going to get the flag? Last lap board. Last lap for Michael Stephen. I don't have to tell Michael to keep it on the black stuff. He knows he's got to keep it on the black stuff. He is absolutely fine. He's making it on the inside track. Michael says, thank you very much. Very kind of you, my friend. I'll buy you a Coca-Cola after this one. Jonathan Peters, Eugene Brits sits in 2 and 3. Nicholas Veal's lost him ever so slightly, and Connor Hughes is tackling Nicholas Veal out in second of the 180. Michael Stephen for the last time in heat number 1 goes towards Cape Town corner into Golf Club. That's what we call the corner. It looks like a golf club. Welcome to all our international viewers. Here's your leader, Michael Stephen, coming out of box bend down towards the kiosk king. Checkered flag beckons for Michael Stephen in heat number 1 of the DD2 Masters, and he takes it and he says, thank you very much. Second place, Jonathan Peters, Eugene Brits, Nicholas Veal, Connor Hughes. Up behind Connor is going to be Jared Jordan, Andrew Thomas. I think Shane Foley will be over there. Yes, he is. He's followed by Marco Vigas. Behind Marco, Carlo Gill, Stephen Beaumont, Andre Steenkamp. And that's the sum total.
Yeah, obviously race 1 for the day, starting on pole. We were hoping we could get to the front and get away, and did exactly that. I think there was a little bit of tussling behind me, which sort of helped. So yeah, from mid-race, just sort of took it a bit easy just to save some tyres for later on. But I think I only start 5th in the next one. Obviously, yeah, with the headwind down the back straight, a bit of a toe helped. So next race should be exciting.
Yeah, it was a pretty good start. Then unfortunately we got myself, Eugene, and Connor and Nick. We got involved and allowed Michael to drive away. So hopefully we can take it to him the next one.
Yeah, good start to the day. Ended up in 3rd after qualifying 5th. A little bit of fighting to let Michael get away, but I think we got a pretty decent lap time, so we'll stop in the front now and see if we can do the same and pull away.
Here we go. They're lined up. They come past the Kiosk King. They're going to break right. They're going to split the tram lines. Slowly does it. Discipline is the order of the day. They break the tram lines. They're creeping towards the lights off, and we're racing and down towards turn number 1. Jonathan Peterson jumps out. He looks to get the whole shot. Does he get it? No. Eugene Brits. Brits leads out. Brits is out there in 1. He slows the whole pack up. They're coming at him. They're coming at him loud and proud. Here we go. Eugene Brits. I think Nicholas Veal's in second. Indeed he is. Stephen 3, Peterson 4. Jared Jordan in 5, together with Thomas. Oh my word. This is going to be a cracker, ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye on this. Eugene Brits, Nicholas Veal, Michael Stephen, Jonathan Peterson, Jared Jordan, Andrew Thomas, Marco Vigas. Turn 1. Someone's on the inside. Veal takes the lead. Nicholas Veal's in the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, this man went to the World Finals. He's superfluously quick, but keep an eye on Michael Stephen under braking behind Brits. Jonathan Peterson's in there. Jared Jordan lighting up the circuit in 5 together with Andrew Thomas. Vigas wants to come through. He gets a bit blindsided. Yeah, come. Brits hard on the gas. He's chasing Veal. Brits goes for the lead. Veal around is outside the front 4. The best 4 in the country, in the Masters. Round they come. We're missing Leroy Poulter. We're missing the likes of Anthony Morgado. Those are the other 2 top candidates. Brits goes from 2 to 4 in one fell swoop. Boom. Stephen is going to chase down Nicholas Veal with Jonathan Peterson. This are going to be nice. Veal. Stephen, he says to Peterson, come boy, let's go play. Let's go play. Bring a ball. We're going to go kick ball in the park. Here we go. Nicholas Veal, Stephen, Peterson, Brits. Oh, and Thomas is through. Where is Jared Jordan down the back? Thomas is in 5, the local lad. He is relishing this opportunity. This is going to be one of his best performances in a long time. He's going to maintain that. Veal, Stephen, Peterson, Brits. The status quo remains into turn number 2. Turn number 3, they roll out. They roll out. They come around out of turn number 4. When they come out of 4, they're going to roll into 5, a right-hander down the back straight and make their way down towards Cape Town corner. Veal, Stephen, Peterson, Brits, and Thomas. Vigas sits there. Who's between Vigas and Thomas? It is Van Rensburg. Veal is leading out by Stephen is bringing the party in. As the leaders come, here comes Stephen. Stephen on the inside of Veal, and Stephen goes to the lead. Michael Stephen takes the lead away from Nicholas Veal. Michael Stephen rolls out, takes turn number 5 down the back straight, makes his way down towards Cape Town corner. Here comes Veal back at Stephen. Stephen shuts the door in his face, crosses his bow, keeps him on a standing check. Oh, you can't script this, ladies and gentlemen. You can make movies here today. This is brilliant stuff. This is Formula 1. This is what we're about. Karting out of the top draw. DD2 Masters category. These guys have been racing for 20 years plus. Mike, look at this front for Michael Stephen, Nicholas Veal, Jonathan Peters, Eugene Brits, all in there. They work their way around into turn number 2. Turn number 3, they roll around. Jonathan has a look at Nicholas Veal. He's placed the inside. Veal's trying to get in on Stephen. Stephen sizzle lab down to this as he makes his way down the back straight down towards Cape Town corner. Stephen loud on the gas down into Cape Town corner. Nicholas Veal, Jonathan Peters, Eugene Brits is there too. Oh my word, am I going to be tired tonight? For sure. Stephen, Veal, Peters and Brits. And here comes Thomas, Van Rensburg, Vigas, and Connor Hughes. Connor, you're supposed to be in the front, buddy. Your local lads are making you look bad. I'm only joking. I will never say that. I didn't say that. You don't want to hurt me. I know you did. You don't even concentrating. Michael Stephen leads out Nicholas Veal, Jonathan Peters, Eugene Brits. That's your front 4 now coming out of turn 4. Take a right hand to turn 5 down the back straight, down towards Cape Town corner. Michael Stephen, Nicholas Veal is trying everything. So too Jonathan and Eugene are sitting right behind him. They come out of Golf Club into Bogs Bend. Stephen holds sway. And Nicholas Veal works his way through. Jonathan Peters, Eugene Brits sitting up behind him, make a way towards turn number 1. We've got 7 laps to go. We are sort of past the midway mark into turn 1. Now what I'm seeing here is Nicholas Veal has opened up the top draw to take his best game out, put his race face on and saying to Michael, listen lad, you hammered me in heat number 1, I'm sticking with you. I'm going to strategize, take out my pen and paper, work out a plan, and I'm coming for you. And Jonathan says, I don't know what you're on about, Nicholas, I'm here to play too. And right behind me, Eugene, well, he's got other stories. Because he was the pole sitter. And why is he the pole sitter? Because we inverted the grid. And why do we invert the grid? To make it exciting. And damn, it's exciting with 6 laps to go. And Michael Stephen goes down to turn number 1 with Nicholas Veal. Jonathan Peters and Eugene Britt, the front four. Anthony Thomas is in 5, leading out the Cape Town crowd. Did Van Rensburg get through on him? No, he didn't. He didn't. Andrew Thomas, you are doing a sterling job, lad. Keep at it. You must be relishing his opportunity with some of the best drivers in the world. Stephen, Verheul, Peters and Brits. They're all masters in their category. Down into Golf Club. They come at a Golf Club, they ride a left-hander here into Box Bend. Come past the Kiosk King, Stephen in the 111 card leads out. 101 Nicholas Verheul. Jonathan Peters, Eugene Brits lead out behind them. They take a right-hander down towards turn number 1. They got 5 laps to go. Verheul looks up on the inside, but Stephen takes that line into the apex and keeps him in check. Verheul once again trying the switchback. Stephen's up for it. Peters sits there. Brits is thinking, they're all scratching their heads saying, I wonder if he does this, if I do that. And no, he does, no, it's not going to work. It's pedal to the metal. Here we go, down towards Cape Town corner. Stephen leads out Nicholas Verheul. Jonathan sits there with Eugene in tow. The front four. Thomas, you biscuit in 5. Can you believe it? Andrew Thomas, you got to be real. With Janssen and Rensburg there. Here comes Jared Jordan. Where's Marco Vegas? Marco's off. Where's Marco? Oh dear, we've lost Marco Vegas. Okay, Andre Steenkamp's still there. Into turn 2. Stephen, Verheul, Peters, Brits. That's your front 4. Out of 4 into 5. One more left to go. More excitement. Here we go. Stephen, turn 1. Nicholas Verheul up behind him. Jonathan Peters still in 3rd. Eugene Britt still sitting there in P4. Into turn number 2 they go. Line astern. They might pick up slow traffic. I don't know. Evers there sitting in that last place has gotten the gas. Someone said to him, look behind you. Oh my word, get going. Right, so Michael Stephen down into Cape Town corner for the final time in heat number 2. Comes the back marker. Here comes Michael Stephen, Nicholas Vale, Jonathan Peters, Eugene Brits. Status quo remains. Checkered flag time, heat number 2, DD Masters. Michael Stephen, Nicholas Vale, Jonathan Peters, Eugene Brits. And Andrew Thomas is going to be in 5, the first of the local lads. Followed by Janssen van Rensburg and Jared Jordan. In 7th place, Alistair Mingo, Stephen Beaumont, Morning Janssen van Rensburg, Andre Steenkamp, Calvin Ferreira. Unbelievable stuff. I'm telling you, this has to be some of the best karting I've seen in absolute years.
Yeah, obviously a little bit more difficult than the first one. Starting 5th on the grid. Always good to be on the inside line, and yeah, came out of turn 1 in 3rd. And yeah, I think by lap 2 I managed to get past, and then followed Nick and managed to get past, I think 3 or 4 laps in, and yeah, he pushed me hard right to the end. There wasn't even one lap where I could take a bit of a break, but glad to bring back a win and see where we start for the next one. One more to go.
Yeah, it was a tough race. Had a bit of a better start this one. Started in 3rd, got up to 2nd by the beginning after the first lap. Went really well, had a good race there. Once Michael got past, I was actually surprised it was Michael already. And I tried to just play the patient game, sit behind him and then try and pass him in the last few laps. But by the end he was in his groove and I was struggling to hang on at the end.
Yeah, look, I had a fairly decent start. Then I got behind Nick and Marco, and I was kind of waiting it out for Nick to make a move, but it never happened. And yeah, Marco was in a good groove there. So yeah, but not too bad. I'm happy with that.
They line up nicely now. They're about to dissect the tram lines. They dissect the tram lines, wait for the lights. Lights off and they go racing. Michael Stephen will have the whole shot. He was leading out, he does. I think Nick Verheul might just pull him behind him, indeed he does. And Eugene Brits and Jonathan Peterson and Andrew Thomas. There's going offs. They come back. I don't know who went off, but we'll see as the leaderboard changes. Nick Verheul chasing down the back of Michael Stephen. Michael Stephen looks over his shoulder, says, come Nick. Nick looks up on the inside, but Michael, squirt of energy down into turn number 5. Out of 7 they come. Into 8. Stephen leads out. Verheul, Brits, Peterson. And is Foley up there? We'll check now as they go over the leaderboard. Shane Foley into 5. Thomas in 6. Janssen van Rensburg, Calvin Ferreira, Carlo Gill, Andre Steenkamp, Jared Jordan, Beth van Heerden. Beth van Heerden brings up the rear. Oh! Oh, coming togethers. Who was that? Peterson gets hoofed and a couple of cards, and it releases Steven and Vail. Brits, Peterson, Van Rensburg, Thomas. Oh my word. Is this one? And why are all heat number 3s unfolding into something special? They've got 14 laps to go. 13 now. Michael Steven leads out from Nicholas Field. Eugene Briss, Jonathan Peterson, Shane Foley, Andrew Thomas, Morne van Rensburg, Calvin Ferreira, Jared Jordan, Carlo Gill, Andre Steenkamp, Bevan Eder, Stephen Beaumont. Still Michael Steven leads out at turn number 5. Down the back straight he goes. Nicholas Viel. The two of them are gone. Cam Bretts. Here comes Jonathan Peterson. Can Jonathan do anything different? He's looking at Eugene, but Eugene hangs in there. Eugene hangs in. Michael Steven, Nicholas Viel, Eugene Britz, Jonathan Peterson, Shane Foley, Andrew Thomas, Morne Janssen van Rensburg, Calvin Ferreira, Jared Jordan, Carlo Gill. The field is spread out. Nick is trying to sit there with Michael Steven. Michael leads out once again. Will he make it 3 out of 3? We could say that, but I don't know. Jonathan Peterson's all over the back of Eugene Britz. Down towards Cape Town corner they go, Michael and Nick. Jonathan's coming up behind Eugene, but Eugene's holding out. Shane Foley, Andrew Thomas. Well, it stays like that, 2 by 2. Michael, no slouch past the halfway mark, 7 laps to go. Jonathan is now ahead of Eugene Britz. Peterson moves up into 3rd. In that green cart. Jonathan Peterson is now in 3rd place. Eugene's coming back at him. Eugene wants to go around the outside, but Jonathan's up for it. Jonathan goes slightly defensive, still attacking the circuit. He wants to go find Nick and Michael down the road. Nick looks up on the inside of Michael Steven, and Nicholas Viel takes the lead, and Michael Steven says, thank you, I'll take it back. Ha ha ha! Are you for real? Michael Steven back in the lead. Nicholas showed his wheel, went to the front. Michael said, you know, I got to put this to you nicely. Anything you can do, I can do better. I've done this before. It's on my first rodeo. Turn 1. Stephen Viel coming in towards turn 2. Stephen leads. Michael Steven out front. Nicholas Viel. Well, that was a little bit of a... How's your dad? Peterson's in 3. Brits in 4. Out of 5. Down towards Cape Town corner. Michael looks over his shoulder and plants his foot firmly in the right-hand side of the floorboard towards the metal side. And gets away. 6 laps left. And across the line, 5. Michael Steven leading out. He wants to make it 3 out of 3. He wants to go. Man from Port Elizabeth wants to come to Cape Town and stamp his authority on a circuit he knows all too well, Killarney. He likes this track. He's done a lot here. I've seen him here too many times. Nick Vail, I've seen him here too many times. Jonathan, too many times. So, what happens? Now once again, Nick closes up on the back of Michael. Does Michael get on the loud pedal? Yep, he pulls away slightly from Nick, so Nick's got a lot of work to do. Down into Cape Town quarter goes Michael Steven. He flies down into turn number 7. Comes out of 7. Left into 8. Nick gets closer once again. 4 laps left in it. They cross the line, 4 laps left to go. Nick gets a bit of drafting up towards Cape Town corner. He pushes the back end of Michael. Michael says, I've done this before. We've got 3 laps left. Why don't you just stay there and we don't have to get nasty. Michael and Nick lead out. Come past the kiosking. Left, right, down the main straight, down towards turn number 1. 3 laps left to go. 3 laps in it. Michael Steven, turn number 1, Nicholas Viel, Jonathan Peterson, Eugene Britt, starting 1. Coming up towards turn number 2 is Michael Steven. He goes defensive. Nicholas goes around the outside. And Michael keeps that door firmly shut in his face. Well, Nicholas is trying everything. He's not being silly about it. He's a very astute karter with an arsenal of maneuvers. And Michael Steven loads up the right foot and just plants it firmly down on the loud pedal. 2 laps to go. 2 laps left in it. Michael Steven, Nicholas Viel. I think Michael could possibly back it 3 out of 3. It ain't over till the broad lady sings. Up over the line. 2 laps to go. Penultimate lap. Nick is there with Michael. This is a very good race. They are two gentlemen and two very professional karters. And Nick goes through on Michael. Nick takes the lead. He sold the dummy and it paid off. And it's the penultimate lap. And Nick Verheul goes to the front. Nick goes to the front. Michael's going to come back at him. Michael up is next to Nicholas. They got one more lap to go. Folks, this is getting very exciting. Nicholas Verheul leads out over Michael Steven. Michael's there with Nicholas Verheul. Steven alongside him. Tries this way, that way. Down towards turn number 1. Keep your eyes firmly glued on the front two now. Nicholas Verheul and Michael Steven. Will Steven do something? Verheul keeps... Oh, Steven goes up on his inside as Verheul makes the slightest of mistakes and Michael Steven's back to the lead. The front end washed a bit there on Verheul and Michael saw it and just pinned it up on the inside. Back to the lead. And I'm afraid that could be game over. Slow lad. Michael Steven down towards Cape Town corner. Looks very well rested and now Nicholas comes back and Jonathan Peterson leads over Eugene Brits. Out of turn number 17 to 8, we've got a slow marker. Michael Steven will play this one down. Checkered flag time, folks. Checkered flag time for Mr. Michael Steven, who takes it from Nicholas Verheul. And Michael punches the hole and Jonathan Peterson takes it from Eugene Brits at third. Brilliant stuff. Jared Jordan just quietly snuck into 5th place. What a brilliant drive from the local lad headers, Shane Foley and Andrew Thomas. Mornay van Rensburg. Carlo Gill, Mornay in 8th, Carlo 9, Calvin 10, Andre 11.
Firstly, a big thanks to Fleet Dynamics and Ricciardo. A week ago I wasn't even racing. James said, no, you are racing and put something together. So really glad to be here and to come away with 3 wins and a pole position. You couldn't have really asked for more. Nick kept me so honest, especially in that last race. Fantastic to be back in a kart and racing.
Yeah, I had a fantastic race. Enjoyed racing with Mark again. I got a lot to learn still from guys like that. Got into the lead. I thought I planned it perfectly. In the last lap, I outbraked myself into turn 1 and Mark doesn't miss those. Fantastic racing with the guys. Eugene and Jono will be there at the next one. We'll give Michael a hard time at the next circuit for sure.
It kind of got compromised on the first lap when Eugene and I tangled on the second 180. So that gave Michael and Nick a gap. So from there, all I was doing is trying to catch him up. But it was the times are so close where you're not going to catch anyone, not with the level of the field. So I'm happy, we've taken good points away this year. Today, should I say? So yeah, I'm happy with everything. So yeah.